Okay, I wanted to show the pump in action here. I got the hose ran into the old oil. I'm gonna suck it into the bucket first, and then once I've sucked enough into the bucket to pick up, I'm gonna suck it back out to pump the rest of the oil out. I'll just go through some of the features it has. So this is a quick connect little fitting here. So you just pop that off and you can take this. This is for dipsticks to go down your dipstick if you have a like an import car, and then it also works for boats, which is what I designed this for, with that specifically in mind. Then also I have this other hose and fitting that will go with it. No tools will be required to swap it out. I have these little thumb hose clamps. And this is a 3/4 inch garden hose thread with the seal. It'll come with the seal too. These will thread directly onto a Mercruiser dipstick, and I think Volvo Penta also offers some dipsticks that have screws that you can screw on. And then this seal will create vacuum in that whole dipstick tube, and it'll suck it as far low as the dipstick tube goes into the oil pan. It'll suck all the oil out till there. I also designed this little drain fitting, so that when you have this hose on, it'll be on there, and then the hose will wrap around and screw right onto that. That way, whatever oil is left inside of this hose will drain back into the bucket. And also it doesn't leave you with the hose flopping around while you're moving the bucket or anything like that. And I know that I worked on boats for a few years, and I always would make a mess with this. It would be slinging oil all around. I'd have to go back and wipe and clean. I also have, for this hose, when you're done with this hose, I have some fittings that will quick connect onto that to plug this hole, and I have a cap over here that will go on that end to plug that hole, so that way this hose isn't draining all over the place either, and it'll wrap up, and all the hoses will sit nicely right here. This lid will fit any 5-gallon, I think 3.5-gallon too, which is this size right here. And then it'll also fit, I think, 6.5 gallons. But it'll come with everything you see: the pump, the lid, not the bucket. It won't come with the bucket. It'll come with all these fittings, the right angle. I will put all of it together myself and ship it as a whole. And then I'll also include some 3/8 line that you can use to put into your bucket. And you can cut it to fit whether you have a 3.5, a 5, or a 6. It'll come with all the clamps. It'll come with the fittings. It'll come with the seal. It'll come with this dipstick tube hose. It'll come with these. And it comes with the quick clamp. I have all these parts are 3D printed out of PETG. The bolts will be metal. I tried 3D printing them, and they just break too easy, and I don't want to have to deal with y'all breaking bolts and it coming loose, stuff like that. So I'm just going to go with metal on those. But yes, here's it working. I got it turned on, my jump pack here. And then I have this, it'll come with the switch as well, and it comes with jumper cables on the ends. This is a reversible switch, so it'll pump the oil into the bucket, and then when you're done with your oil change, after doing your oil change, and you want to put your oil back into the jug that you bought that had the oil in it, you can then flip it back, and it'll pump the oil back into the container you want. So I designed this to kind of be an all-in-one, and also just to try and keep as much oil in the bucket as you can and not all over the place, because everybody knows how messy oil changes can be. And on boats, I mean, they're just, you're down in a hole, stuff like that. This bucket will fit into a ski locker. The dipstick tube is right there. Or you can use, it has a drain petcock on the boat that you can stick this line up and suck the oil out of that. I am going to be coming up with the fitting. I'm waiting till summer season starts and I get my boat out of storage, and I will I'll design a fitting that will adapt from this 3/4 inch hose fitting to the brass fitting that's on the end of your line that comes from your oil pan. So that way you don't have to stick the tube down that. But this is it working. Here we're gonna suck it into the bucket. Push the hose down in the oil some more. It does suck it, I will say, it does suck pretty quickly, a lot faster than some of the other transfer pumps I've had. But we'll suck some oil in, and then I will reverse it and I'll suck the oil back out. So now put it in the middle. The oil, the line should be able to stick down in the oil now, and when it does, I'll suck it back the other way and reverse. So see, now it's going in reverse. It does pump it out pretty good. But yeah, this is a walkthrough of all the stuff. I 3D printed all the parts myself and designed in CAD. Anyways, thank you.